right, Corey, we're here in the 2024 Honda Pilot.
Nope.
Honda Passport.
Nope. Ridgeline. Look behind you. There's a bed.
Honda Passport with the bed, which is a Ridgeline. I mean, copy paste interior with like
Yeah.
cargo and a little truck emblem here. Otherwise, it's the same. We're in sand mode. Traction off. It's wet.
Sand mode likes to hold gears though.
It's adequate for most real-world drivers.
Or for those of you wanting to get to a trail with your Honda dirt bike in the back.
Yes, that's what it's for, doing what the ad shows you to do.
I mean, they have their market kind of figured out.
If it's not in the pamphlet, it don't do it.
I would say for most midsize pickup truck buyers, this is all the truck you need. You can't break it loose, you can't do fun things in it, but this is the truck you need.
It's literally raining.
Not the truck you want.
It's actually wet. And
Yeah.
Here, we're gonna drive over some gravel. It's wet. Punch it. Traction control is allegedly off, but with this all-wheel drive system, they're cool all-wheel drive system that's shared with Acura's.
It works.
It worked really well for the purpose of driving a vehicle, not going off the road, maintaining control, keeping power where it's supposed to be. It does it.
Payload on it, 1521. So fairly good payload numbers on
in
this
the bed. Considering there's a trunk in the bed,
Yeah,
it's a pretty solid number.
Towing on this, 5,000.
5,000 on the hitch.
Yes, no integrated trailer brake on this, so you'd probably want to add that after the fact.
Yeah.
But
even at 5,000,
Yeah.
a lot of those single axle trailers aren't going to have braking systems anyway.
And you've alluded to multiple times the torque management system in this. It is actually spectacular, which makes it very boring.
How's that, Corey?
Eh.
That V6 sounds sick, doesn't it? That beeping's louder than the exhaust. Truly is. Ridgeline.
Yeah,
I'm a real truck.
Which, I mean,
It is a real truck. It has a bed.
not even damp.
It's not damp.
and
for
heavy
40
as all get out.
for 50,000 plus. It's kind of show them the thing. Show them the thing.
Aha.
Yeah, Ridgeline's been in the tailgate wars before there was even such a thing as a tailgate war.
And they took it a step further.
That is not like a little extra cubby.
7.3 cubic feet of in-bed trunk that is weather sealed, and in this kind of weather.
And if you decide to
much
use
needed.
it as a cooler, it has a drain plug in the bottom.
Or if you need to hose it out after you get in there with your muddy boots.
If I was to choose this kind of a vehicle, more of a true utility vehicle with a bed, I would choose that bonus trunk with the compromised spare, which is a donut. It is a donut, not a full size, versus giving up that trunk because I really got to have it underneath. That's an adequate compromise.
Let's talk about what this bed was really made for. Honda branded dirt bikes.
Honda dirt bikes, that's what it's for.
We've got 4 cleats up front, 4 in the back. You are meant to secure 2 dirt bikes in the back of this. That's why this exists. That's how they marketed it. And to be fair, it does that quite well.
And it's not as ugly as it used to be.
No, looks much better.
And we're getting very wet.
Yeah. All right, I've actually got the numbers here on this one. They aren't impressive.
Yeah. Start with ground clearance, because keep in mind, you can get a Subaru with over 8 inches,
Yeah.
over 8.5 inches.
I mean, it's over.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Crazy numbers.
I mean, let's not poo-poo the 7.6 inches.
7.6 on this.
That's a lot.
That's less than a Crosstrek Wilderness.
That's a lot of inches.
And we have independent suspension on all 4
All the way
corners, so you can't blame it on a rear center diff.
No,
It's just, it's built on a crossover chassis.
Yeah. So 7.6 inches of ground clearance, 20.4 degrees of approach, which is good, not great. 19.6, both departure and breakover, and those are the Achilles heel.
Those are not good.
Of taking this thing off-road. All right, so further diving into what makes this a trail sport, because this is brand new for 2024. The exterior looks, you get all the black accents and the orange badges on the outside, the black ridgeline in the tailgate back there in the back, the specific wheels and tires, General Grabber tires that we've already talked about, all-weather floor mats in here, orange stitching with the Trailsport in the headrest, and an oil pan skid. That is it. Nothing else separates this off-road or in four-wheel drive or anything from any other Ridgeline models. All Ridgelines are all-wheel drive. All Ridgelines have the exact same torque management system.
Well, let's test it.
Oh, so you're getting nothing different. And now we'll see exactly what that is like.
We are
in
off-road.
practice.
It's been raining for days. This property holds water as it is. Red
Sludge.
clay. Will
Sludge.
the chin? Let's switch. Now that I'm already stuck and I'm wearing
Put
white
it in
shoes,
mud.
let's put it in mud.
Yeah, I am not
I'm
ready
gonna turn.
to pull this out. We're just sliding. I
But
can feel it.
We are going into that creek, Corey.
These general grabbers generally grab.
They're not always though. So how do we even identify that this is a trail sport? That
Yeah. Black.
and these. It's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Under the hood,
Yep. Yeah.
we get the same. Dang, that opens way up there.
For when you never have to get under there to work on it.
Yeah. 3.5 liter V6, been around forever. 280 horsepower, about the same number they've had for a long time.
262 pound-feet of torque.
Runs on 87 octane, very low maintenance engine. Probably not going to have any problems with it. It's not going to set the world on fire, but it's not going to die on you either. We got a cool front face, just like Passport.
Just like the Pilot that is now updated.
It's a Passport with a bed.
Yeah.
Subtract third row, add a bed. We get that little oil pan skid plate, which
Yeah.
where it's positioned in the drive line compared to the, I want to say axle, but it's independent. Compared to the tires, I don't think you were ever going to touch it anyway because you're not going to get over an obstacle that puts it in danger in the first place.
I would really like to get this on a lift and see underneath it. To see
It's probably
how it's all
more
packaged.
aerodynamic purposed than trail purposed.
You out there watching probably don't even consider a real truck, even though
If it's got a bed, it's a truck.
Like, we've already talked payload numbers. We've already talked towing numbers. They're respectable for the class, and
It's
the
got
best
90s
ride.
full-size numbers.
Yeah, the best ride in the class. Very comfortable vehicle.
Very difficult terrain to drive on a flat surface with this East Texas red clay in the rain. But I'll be honest with you, these tires are the weak point. I mean, they're so soft, you can squeeze the sipes closed with your fingers, and yet they're not sticky.
For that to be what Honda rests their name on for this Trail Sport model is a little odd to me.
The
You would
big
imagine
performance bump that you get
Yeah.
for the Trail Sport, other than the skid, are the tires.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a
it's
decal
an appearance
pack.
pack. Yeah, yeah.
And
it's
these
an odd one to me.
tires
generally grab.
suck. I say that very seriously in a very brash way because we've had all of the wilderness trims of the Outbacks
Subarus.
in the same spot. Subarus,
Yeah.
which have a CVT. They don't have the best X-mode all-wheel drive system.
But they have symmetrical all-wheel drive,
And
man.
they all three climbed up the same obstacle
Yeah.
in the same conditions. This we had to back up and drive through my freshly grassed backyard. This is for someone that likes the Pilot, likes the Passport, to some degree might even like the Odyssey, but you want a truck bed. And if that's you, this really is an incredible vehicle.
The front-facing camera would be helpful because all we see is giant dash and hood in front of us. It would be nice to be able to at least see where our wheels are pointed. And that would be something in a Trail Sport model. Give me a front-facing camera just to have better visibility. You and I both know cameras flatten out everything.
But
so,
I can at least see my wheel placement. And considering there's no second row heated seats, there's only heat in the front row.
no ventilation.
No ventilation, and yet this one's, as it sits, like 47.5-ish.
Oh boy. I can see the power's going to the rear wheels. There we go. There we go. No, 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 no.
We're gonna get stuck here. And I don't have the clearance to just punch it and see what happens. It won't do.
I'm surprised, like, that we're slipping and sliding like you are. That was.
The tires are done. These tires are horrible.
You were sliding so much.
And I was on throttle,
Yeah.
giving them a chance to self-clean. These tires are horrible for the trail. I guess if it's dry, that's fine. Hey, might be a good chance.
Oh boy.
Muddy tires, sand mode.
Nope.
Review's over.